Hey, buenos dias. Good morning, you guys. John's Moto Garage here. As always, thanks for checking out the channel. If you dig the content, be sure to like and subscribe. Today we're going to do just a quick walk around. This is a 2016 Yamaha FZ07. Super fun bike. I apologize for the lighting. It's not the best, but I'm going to do a walk around and price reveal. I'll tell you guys how much I paid for the bike and just some of the things I like and don't like on the Moto. So starting out, FZ07, it's like a 700cc engine, liquid cooled. You got your chain drive, of course, 6-speed. And this is the little brother to the FZ09, which I've owned before, and I definitely say the FZ09 is, in my opinion, going to be better for a little bit more experienced rider or somebody who's just like balls to the walls, you know. But the FZ07 is plenty of power, plenty of bike to have a lot of fun on, and you can get these used for relatively inexpensive. I'll go in detail how much I paid for this bike in a little bit as well. But Street Fighter naked style, I think they look real good. Just real clean, minimalist. You don't have all the extra bulk. And Yamaha finally, they had the FZ08 or FZ8 prior to this, which was just a little too bulky, a little ahead of its time, and then they trimmed it down, trimmed the fat, and came out with this FZ07, which I think is just pretty dope. As far as this color scheme, I've said in other videos, kind of have mixed feelings on it. I'm not super stoked on it, but I think I got a good enough deal where I was able to look past all of that. Now this bike I got from the original owner. It has like 2,200 miles, and the original owner had dropped it once, so you can see it went down. It's got the frame sliders. That's the worst part there. Obviously you hate to see anything on the tank, but again, price wise on this and given the super low miles, I think I got a good enough deal where I could look past some of those things, and it still runs straight. Oh, I didn't realize it has aftermarket, but runs like a top. Very fun bike to ride. Check out the video. I do a knee drag on this bike. Not the best, but I pulled it off technically without laying it down, so I'll take it. As far as aftermarket components or accessories, you've got your adjustable levers, you got integrated turn signals, flush mount, you've got the fender eliminator kit, stock exhaust, which for doing wheelies is perfect because it's not so loud that's going to piss everybody off. You got aftermarket grips and radiator cover. I think that about covers it as far as aftermarket stuff on this bike. Let's go ahead and check this out. So yeah, 2,411 miles. I'll start it up. Stock exhaust, super quiet. All right, there you have it. So as far as price goes on this motorcycle, I found it on Craigslist, and the dude had it listed for 5,500 bucks, which, given the cosmetic blemishes, which actually weren't disclosed in the post, I went and looked at the bike twice. The first time I saw it, I noticed that it had been dropped and he hadn't disclosed that, so I passed on it. Afterwards, I sent him another offer that we ended up agreeing on, and then I went and picked up the bike. So he had it listed for 5,500 bucks. I offered him $4,000. And he agreed to that, and then I came and saw that it had been dropped, so I passed up on the deal, and then I sent him a new offer of 3,500 bucks. So that's what I ended up paying for the bike, 3,500 bucks, which to me, to get a bike with this low of miles, something I can play around on, have fun, you know, try it out, I think is a totally worth it. And I can look past, at that price point, I can look past the cosmetic blemishes, because as far as depreciation goes, it's pretty much depreciated what it's going to. And in the market here, I think the bike could sell for anywhere from $4,000 to $4,500. So I'd probably try to sell it for $42,000 to $43,000. Sorry about the airplanes. And you know, if you get that, you're able to make $700-800 on the motorcycle. So that's not bad. And people at that price point, I think, will be willing to look past some of these cosmetics. In fact, I've seen similar ones with far more severe and worse damage selling for in that ballpark. So there you have it, you guys. I paid $3,500 cold hard cash for this beautiful 2016 Yamaha FZ07. A few things I dig about the bike: super lightweight, very smooth, shift smooth, brake smooth. Comfortable even on the freeways. So for 700cc, you got plenty of power. The torque is there, the gearing is there, but it's a lot more forgiving, and I think easier for a new rider to jump on and mob around on something like this, as opposed to the big brother, the FZ09, which is very twitchy, torquey, and just a monster of a bike. If you accidentally crack the throttle on the FZ09, thing will possibly flip. You know, it can get you in a lot more trouble. Whereas this one, you can get the front wheel up with ease, but it's not so gnarly that you're gonna be riding around on eggshells, right? So those are some of the things I dig about the bike. Things I don't necessarily like about this one, obviously that it's been laid down. Not a huge fan of the color scheme, but it is growing on me. But those are some of the things I dig about the FZ07. And when you can get them used, pre-owned, in such a, you know, for such a low price, 5,000 or less, for sure you can get these with 5,000 or fewer miles. And if you're spending, you know, upwards of 5,000 bucks, you can get them that haven't been laid down. But if you're gonna be spending the lower, you know, on the lower side like me, around 3,500 bucks, then obviously you may have to deal with some blemishes. But the point I'm getting at is these are relatively cheap bikes. You can get ones that are low miles, good condition still, and not have a lot tied up in it. And it's a super fun motorcycle. Great for commuting. It's going to be more comfortable, quicker, and a lot funner, in my opinion, than some of the other alternatives out there. And personally, I think these look pretty cool. But that comes down to personal preference. All right, you guys, John's Moto Garage. Hope you find that useful, entertaining, or insightful in some way. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned. More to come. But here's the FZ07 for you guys. I'm gonna go mess around and try some wheelies. Adios.